Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum dear students. Welcome to the online class of social study. I hope you all fine and studying well at home. This is our 8th lecture of lesson number 4, the polar regions and explorations. And in today's lecture we discuss the question answers of lesson number 4 from 1 to 5. Before going to start this lecture, we discuss the previous lecture. In the previous lecture, we discussed about the great personality which is called the Neil Armstrong. One of the famous work of the Neil Armstrong is that the Neil Armstrong is the first person that walked on the moon and stayed on the moon for 21 hours. So, Neil Armstrong is one of the famous space traveler. Today we discuss the question answers of lesson number 5. What are the two polar regions called? Differentiate between them. Students, you know polar regions. Okay, two types of polar regions that are present. One of the polar regions that are present at the North Pole are called the Arctic regions, and the other one that are present at the South Pole are called the Antarctic regions. The Arctic regions is composed entirely of iceberg because the Arctic regions are present at the poles, and students, you know, at the poles the temperature is so low and the climate is so cold. There is very little land except for the northern coast of the Asian and North American continents. The people of the regions are called the Inuit. Temperature most of the air are below as minus 23 degrees centigrade. There are polar bears in the Arctic and no pigeons are present in the Arctic regions. Polar bears are present in the Arctic regions because the polar regions has the ability to face the cold climate. The Antarctic regions in the huge land mass covered with ice and snows. It is inhabited with temperatures as low as minus 87 degrees centigrade. This 87 degrees centigrade is so low temperature, so that's why the Antarctic region is still uninhabited. There are the pigeons in the Antarctic but no polar bears. So in the Antarctic regions the pigeons has the ability to survive but polar regions has no ability to survive. That's why the pigeons are present in the Antarctic regions and polar bears are only present in the Arctic regions. Question number 2. Name the animals found in the polar regions. How do they survive in the cold? Seals, whales, pigeons live in Antarctica, and the polar bear, seals, walruses and whales live in the Arctic Circle. The animals in the polar regions like the polar bears, seals, whales have a thick layer of fat or blubber under their skin which keeps out the cold. So due to the presence of the layer of fat under the skin of these animals has the ability to survive in so much cold climate. The third question is, why has the Antarctic regions not been inhabited? It is bitterly cold in Antarctica and the climate is dangerous. Students, you know why the climate of the Antarctic region is dangerous? Because as we discussed earlier, in the Antarctic regions the temperature is about minus 87. This minus 87 degrees centigrade is so low temperature. That's why the Antarctica climate is very dangerous with hurricanes and blizzards blowing. People who travel here cannot bear the cold and often get frostbite. Students, frostbite is actually a condition which injures the cheeks, nose and the different parts of the body. Because in the frostbite, the different parts of the body get frozen and injures the different parts of the body. So frostbite can be so severe that people can often lose their limbs. Because of these extreme weather conditions, the Antarctic regions has not been inhabited. Question number 4. Why are the polar regions called the land of midnight sun? Students, remember we discussed this in the first lecture. In the middle of the summer in each hemisphere, the sun remains the horizon all the time, so there is daylight all the time. During the middle of the summer, about from the May to July, in this month the sun remains sets, so the brightness of the sun remains all the day and night. That's why these are called the land of midnight sun. Question number 5. What are some of the reasons why people explore? People explore because they are curious to know about the world. Some early travelers simply wanted to keep out more about the world. Other explorers went in search of wealth. They looked for land, minerals, oils, fields, spices, and the other resources. So, this is all about the questions of lesson number 5. So, students must learn and write these question answers and also fill the summer pack of question answers. Thank you.